Alright, and this will be it for today. And then I have to get lunch before my lesson. Oh, speaking of lessons. I actually only have 2 slots left for private lessons. I'm actually bleeding on my arm. I just got blood all over my head. That was weird. Just got a scab. Okay, cool. No big deal. Watch your cutting points. Otherwise, you get blood all over you. Anyway. We actually have 2 slots open for private lessons. After that, I will be booked. So, if you're interested in that, you should probably, I guess, do that sooner rather than later. Which, it'll be good. It'll be good. This will be the first time I've actually gotten booked. If I get 2 more students. But if you're interested in that, check out the Patreon, or Patreon at patreon.com/Clossi. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. Yep. And then if you want to support the stream, consider that sub button below. Okay, so we are reviewing for white. I don't understand. I think I'm reading your comment wrong. Oh, hydrate. Dizzy, don't you start this. I need a cooldown on these buttons, I swear. I wish I could put cooldown on the points. So we're at single-digit queue, so we can start talking about this. At single-digit queue, at double-digit queue, I always recommend just respond to the approach. But at single-digit queue, we can start thinking about Tanuki the approach of star points. A Shamari is bigger than a star point approach. Stopping a Shamari is bigger than responding air. You don't like double approaches? Yeah, but you're single-digit queues, so you kind of have to start learning them. You're going to have to learn them. So unfortunately, you gotta do that. But then again, this guy... No, oh, Dizzy. I understand what you're saying now. No, I specifically have spots left open for giveaways on stream when we reach sub goals and stuff like that. So no, you're not over. I specifically have that time set aside. So when I say reaching the quota of private lessons, it's the quota of private lessons while I can still give some private lessons as rewards. But if I went past that, then I wouldn't be able to give private lessons as rewards. So, I'm still good. I'm balancing it, so that way I can still give away, do private lesson giveaways on stream, while still having like students who pay for it. So I'm kind of balancing both. I like white. Black's opening is not great. Oh. This keeps making it worse. I prefer a Knight's move here. Or heck, go back. Make an extension. Just make massive something. Empty triangle, bad shape. It's a Nobi. Seki's a Nobi. Then you can go here. He goes here, you go here, you go here, like that. Move here. Or, like he goes here, you can go here. He escapes, make a base. But on this board, when he responds with whatever, you can actually go here and just seal him in the corner. And that'd be kind of cool. but this seems like a lot. I really want my base. I want this extension on the bottom. Oh, am I right here? Because the cutting point doesn't work. Remember, there's always exceptions with reading. You don't 1-point jump next to a stone because of the cutting points. But this one doesn't work. Back in the tree. Oh, you mean here? There's only one cut. This has 2 cuts. 1 cut's manageable. 2 cuts is dangerous. It's because of my Nobi stone at 1. That's why I can do it. It's only 1 cut. So, the way you learn is you learn something is good or bad, and then you learn the why. And when you learn the why, you'll understand the exceptions that don't apply because the why doesn't exist. So you don't 1-point jump next to stones because of the cutting points. But in this case, there's only 1 cut, and it isn't that big of a deal. So because the why doesn't apply, we can do it. So that you find the exceptions by understanding the why. Here, remember, we talked about this a couple times today. Don't push from behind. I think that's the theme today. Don't push from behind. Play Knight's move to get ahead. Good Tanuki. Okay, he's got a weak group. Can he make a base? He can make something right here. But probably you can either surround or attack it or push it towards thickness or something. Okay, so you attack. Cool. I like it. You're making profit. I like it. I'd push this way. A little bit tighter. Since you don't have a 3-3, you need a base. So you can make a base in Sente. Yeah, here, unfortunately, when he makes a base, now you have a weak group. Defense first. So I do a leaning attack to get some shape for defense. And then you can come back and attack. Globally, he neglected this group, so I'd still go to surround here. It kind of surrounds this one from afar and this one directly. This one is a little bit too direct. It's too small profit, but not impossible. You can just do a little bit better, I think. Surround before you take the eye space. Now you're in trouble. Yeah, it's a little bit ugly in this corner for you because you neglected your weak group. Okay, but he gave you a lot of chances here. He played a couple slow moves, so now you can go back and attack this. Very nice. Do you win this game? I feel like you're outplaying your opponent quite well. Like, he's playing so many moves on top, but it's over-concentrated. I think as long as you make your moves effective, I think you'll have this. Throw this game hard. Oh no. Remember, so this is a Vita point. Don't play Vita points unless you're either A, unsettling, or B, playing the life and death. 9.5? 9.5 is close. We talked about this earlier. 9.5 is close. It means you played a good game. Reduce the ice space first. Reduce the ice space first and surround. Then they play the Vita point and you get the profit. Eric, I said Eric. Xer. It's kind of reading and understanding what shapes you're going for. Are you playing defense, playing offense? What offensive shapes are likely to happen? What defensive shapes are likely to happen? So it's just improving your reading. But first, you just said you just learned how to like what shapes are good and bad. That's step one. It's going to take a little bit more experience before we can read how they play. So don't rush it. It'll come with practice. You are playing very greedy here. He's not surrounded, so why are you playing vital points? Like, look at this. You played these moves, so you lost 2 points there, or like 2 stones there. And you also lost a stone on the inside, so you lost like 4 or 5 points. Yeah. It's more about, for the shapes, it's more about understanding like what the goal is. Are you attacking? Okay, then we want to look at Hanes, we want to look at capping moves, maybe sliding moves to unsettle. And so you can predict shapes that accomplish attacking goals. If you're playing defense, you want to look at Nobis, 1-point jumps, stuff that's connected, Tiger's Mouth, Spinukis. You understand what shapes go in what category, and then you figure out which category you're at, and you know what to expect, and that's how and then you just start reading it. So like here, White's playing a lot of vital point shapes, but he's not surrounded yet, so it's the wrong, to me, it's the wrong shapes. It's the wrong stuff. Like, where's your profit? You gain like no, yeah, you already had this area, but you could have gained this area, and you didn't. Yeah, there's a toggle dizzy to restrict rank. So I think you messed up this attack here. Here, you should have played it. Never mind. It's fine. It's fine. Whatever. Yeah, we just play Yosei. Hello, Time of One. Playing too fast. Missing ladders. That's about a 10-point mistake right there. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12. Maybe a 12-point mistake. Yeah, this is playing too fast in the second half of the game. You got to take your time in the second half. This isn't skill, actually. This is a different type of skill. This isn't like move skill. This is discipline skill. Of maintaining focus in the second half of the game, that's a discipline skill. Yeah, this Atari right here, it was 9.5 points. This Atari could have decided it. So you didn't lose the game because of tactics or anything like that. You potentially lost the game because of impatience. This is not a cut. Because A and B are Mii to connect, so it's a Mii connection, so there's no cut. So you can play like a Yosei move or something. I don't know, something. This is 0 points. You could have gotten a 1 point. Yeah. If I'm being honest, I think you could have beaten this guy. His opening compared to your opening was so much better. What the deciding factor was, I think, was actually just your overcommitment to trying to kill this instead of just staying calm. So it's probably tunnel vision. So I think it's all just discipline. I think the big lesson from this game is just discipline, to stick to the basics. To take your time and to stick to the basics and read things out and keep in mind the global picture. Because I think you have the skills to beat this guy. It was just the follow through. You had a better position. If you wouldn't have gone for the kill and went tunnel vision, and then got impatient at the end and missed some simple stuff, you could have won. I mean, with that being said, though, if you could win that every time, you wouldn't be 8Q. You'd probably be like 5Q. that, I mean, that level of discipline is probably worth a rank or two. But with that being said, I think that's the big lesson to learn from this game. Is discipline is also a skill. Being able to maintain global thinking, not get tunnel visioned, taking your time even after move 200. That doesn't just happen. That's not just a magical ability that strong players have. Thank you for the sub on YouTube. It's something that you develop over time. So I think that's probably the big lesson for you here. Is discipline is a thing. Alright, so that is it for today's stream, guys. I hope that a lot of you found the games today helpful. So yeah, thanks everyone for stopping by. If you want to support the stream, consider hitting that sub button below. We are 5 away from our next milestone goal, and there will be a private lesson giveaway with that next milestone. So maybe next week we'll reach that goal. And if you want to support in a different way, you can also check out my Patreon. I do more game review. If you want a guaranteed game review, I do that on Patreon. I also do private lessons on Patreon, and you can also get access to some more game reviews and just support the stream. And if you want to support, those are 2 ways you can do so. If not, then just following and watching is a great way to support as well. And hopefully I am helping you guys get stronger. But as always, thanks for watching, you guys, and stick around, and we'll go raid another Ghost streamer.